Hey guys, Alex Hewitt here at the Swimming PT. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about some of the things I look for early on when a swimmer has shoulder pain to monitor progress, but also what to fix to get on track to recovering. So I actually recorded this video and forgot to press record, so I guess I didn't really record it. So I have everything written up on here, right? So lucky you guys, save a little bit of time. So swimming or swimmer's shoulder, incredibly common. It impacts so many swimmers around the world every single year. Some swimmers, it's just a little bit of discomfort that goes on for a long time. Other times, it can be pretty debilitating and it can really get in the way and really get in your head. And it can be an incredible source of frustration. There are common things, though, between the spectrum of swimmer shoulder that I like to see and I look for in a swimmer to make sure they're on the right track. All right, so we're going to go over those today. The first thing I look for is a swimmer's ability to reach overhead, right? Can they get into a streamline? Can they reach overhead? Are they willing to do it? How much pain is there? And having that in the back of your head helps you know, okay, general levels of irritability. There's no resistance when you reach overhead, so you're just testing someone's willingness to move and really how irritable they are. If someone doesn't want to reach that high up, I'd bet that their shoulder pain is pretty darn high. And so using this to monitor how you're doing is a really good one at a very basic level. Next is relative strength, right? So using my hands and putting the swimmer's arm in specific positions, you can test the strength of a muscle. Now, by only using hands, you can only really detect if a muscle is strong, not weak, or painful when using the muscle. And that's exactly what we look for. If a swimmer is strong, but they have a lot of pain, right? Moderate levels of irritability, it's something to track, right? In 2 weeks, can they use that same muscle without as much pain, right? Before, if they couldn't even hold it because of the pain, can they now hold it with pain? So this is a really good thing to track over time because it gives you an idea of how the muscle's functioning and how much pain it reproduces. The third thing to track is range of motion, especially internal range of motion for swimmers. Internal shoulder range of motion is when you go here and you rotate inwards. If you lay your swimmer on their back, you make sure that they're not cheating through other parts of their shoulder. A lot of times it can be really tight and limited, right? But when you pull, you need at least 40 degrees of internal rotation, if not more. And if you don't have this motion, you're gonna keep cheating, right? So using this is a really good idea to monitor. Let's say if you improve it on day one, you go from 20 degrees to 50 degrees. You come back the next visit, and well, you go back to 20 degrees, something wasn't addressed or something, the root cause has not been found yet. And so making sure that you improve the range of motion and track it over time can really help you see if you're addressing the root cause of your pain. The next thing is tightness in the neck. So a lot of times when a swimmer has shoulder pain, there's some involvement of the neck. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have neck pain, doesn't mean you have to have really a lot of tightness in your neck. But if I go back, if you feel around your neck and you feel some tightness, the neck's probably involved to some extent. Now, this makes sense based off the fact that a lot of muscles in the neck insert themselves on the shoulder blade. With how related the shoulder blade are in the shoulder and how they're literally connected, tightness around the muscles that insert on the shoulder blades will definitely have an impact on your shoulders, right? So tracking tightness over time is a really good method to see if you're improving. Like with the range of motion example, if you come back, work on the neck, gets way less tight. You come back 2 weeks later and the tightness comes right back, the root cause was not addressed and something is missing because that tightness should not be coming back. And lastly, diaphragmatic breathing. What's a swimmer's breathing strategy? A lot of swimmers breathe from the chest, which makes sense given the fact that you don't get to breathe whenever you want in swimming. However, though, breathing from your chest requires that the pecs, all the muscles around your neck, help out. And so it can get in the cycle of you're always going to be tight if you constantly breathe from your chest. throughout all of your daily activities. So making sure that a swimmer can breathe through their belly is another really good thing to track, and how are they doing it naturally. Commonly when I'm on a call or I'm with a swimmer, I'll just ask them to randomly breathe, or I'll look at them and not tell them I'm watching and check out how they're breathing. Are they breathing through their nose? Are they breathing through their belly, right? Or are they just going right through their chest and exhaling and getting all that tightness there? All right. Now, initial strategy to think about is, if you focus on these three things, test the impact it has on your ability to reach overhead, right? So does improving your range of motion, the tightness in your neck, and your belly breathing, does that make your pain go down so you can reach overhead? Does it make you be able to use your muscles with less pain, right? So use these things here to see what the impact is on these, right? They're all things you can use to track, but they're all interrelated. And so if you focus on the bottom three, you might actually be able to get a better impact here and know you're on the right track. But again, if one day you can reach up all the way into a streamline, and the next day you can only go to 120 degrees, something is wrong, or something is on the right track. Maybe you did too much in the pool. Maybe it wasn't the right exercise for you. Maybe that wasn't the hands-on technique that you needed. Right? So use these things to track where you're at with your rehab, and you don't have to use all five. You can pick 2 or 3 and use that as that benchmark. Having something to track is going to give you a better outcome than tracking nothing at all. All right? So use these 5 things, pick a couple, make sure you're tracking them. You're not going to get over your shoulder pain if you don't address these and can't do all of these well. All right? Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please like, comment, follow. It helps me grow the channel and helps me help more swimmers just like you. Thanks for watching, and until next time.